This episode is a little bit different. Rather than just have an interview, and I don't have a clue what's going to happen next, by the way, you said to me, let's actually do this assessment on me.
Are you ready?
No, but I'm doing it anyway. I have to.
You're holding a lot of tension in your shoulders. Your left side is a little bit more wobbly.
I really felt that.
We talk about your left side is a little bit more temperamental. It shows in your left shoulder. If we don't fix what's actually inside causing it, it will come back. I can read a little bit of fear. The penny might drop at some point. You were about 6.
What could they be doing on their own without having your extra support? What are some tips you can give them?
Spend literally 5 minutes just sitting in quiet and breathing. Somewhere along the line, we've been trained to look successful, we have to work really hard.
Yep.
The burnout is the sign that you're neglecting the most important asset of your business, of your life, and it's your health. At one occasion, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. If you're in hospital in a single room, and it's not a private hospital, you know you're not great. So I came around and I had my family around my bed saying their goodbyes.
Oh my God.
I was not happy about that. In fact, I told them all to fuck off.
Really?
True story.
Iwona, welcome to the show.
Hi.
So you are a pain to power strategist.
Yes.
And I want to know more about what that is. But first and foremost, we are starting this episode by just acknowledging, in front of me right now, we've got you in the front, like the front cover of Yorkshire Life magazine. There's the front cover of Business IQ. There's an article here in this paper. We've got your book here, How to Change Your Life Fast When It Rains, which is a brilliant title, by the way. Tell us more. Who are you and what is the work you do?
I help people who are in pain and who are stuck. And it all started because I was that person. So I've dedicated my life to help people who might feel the same way, especially business owners who feel like they always have to deliver, that they always have to push through, and they tend to put themselves last.
Yes, which is probably everybody listening right now are going, okay, I'm listening to this episode. I need this episode now. And I know we're going to do something a little bit different this episode. I'll let you know in a little bit what that is. But in terms of how you work with people, what is the actual work you do with people?
It varies, depends where the person is. I love working with people one-to-one, and that could be in my studio in York. It could be online. The problem I find is a lot of people who are high flyers, who are in business, like you, like me, we don't like to acknowledge that there is something wrong. That's why I've published the book. So this could be a little quiet friend that people can read in a silence, in secret, if you like, just to acknowledge that maybe I could do with a little helping hand.
And what sort of help are we looking at? Like, what are the things that you see business owners are avoiding working on?
So I help people with movement, with posture, but also with mindset. Because we cannot take the two apart. They are interlinked. So depends where the person is. Some people acknowledge, I have the pain. Physically.
Right.
But a lot of the physical pain is actually psychological.
So it starts psychologically and then it shows up.
It might, yes.
And tell me about that, because I've heard people speak about this concept.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't understand how that actually works. So like our thoughts can create physical pain.
Yes, it's simple. In a way, I will make it simple.
Yeah, please do. For me.
Basically, our brain cannot send you a text, an email, or give you a thumbs up. So if there's something happening inside our psyche, there's something we're chewing on, something we are struggling, in the background we're not aware, our body will show us. It will show us by fatigue, by pain, by niggle coming in the same place. And how we know the difference between like mechanical problem, usually mechanical we know, we've done something.
Yeah.
I went over my foot, I hit my shoulder. The other pain, it just creeps on for no reason. We always say it just happened for no reason.
Like there's no explanation.
There's no explanation. And plenty of people had tests, blood tests, x-ray, and they show nothing.
Wow.
And that's when we know it's not mechanical, it's actually psychological.
And what is it usually? What are the kinds of things psychologically that are happening to create that pain?
Now we're going a little bit deeper.
We're getting straight.
Are you ready?
We're going straight in. Let's do it.
Straight in. Are you ready for a little bit of witchcraft?
Oh, hell yeah.
My other nickname is the White Witch.
Am I going to be under a spell this episode?
You might be.
Oh, shit. Let's do it.
Interestingly, and this is actual factual looking at so many cases, if the pain, discomfort keeps showing up on your left side of the body.
Did you know this? Oh, God. Okay, I'm listening.
Left side of the body, it tends to be our past, our regrets.
Oh, shit.
I wish I've done it differently. So we're living in the past.
Okay.
If the pain, discomfort shows up on the right side of the body, it tends to be the future we're anticipating. We're worrying about what's coming.
Okay, interesting. And how does that work? Like, why does what point in time affect what part of my body is hurting? By the way, I'm the biggest cynic here, so I'm the best person to interview you. I'm going to ask every last question.
We don't really understand how that works.
Okay.
We just know that it's links based on case studies. But we don't know exactly when it happened, but we know when it's attached to your past, it will be in your left side of the body. And we tend to have the same spot. Like, for example, every time it shows up in the background, it will be your left shoulder blade, for example, or the same point in the neck. Or for some people, it's lower back or stomach. So it tends to be your pain. Where's pain in your left side?
I'm not telling you. You can use your witchcraft to find out. It's exactly where you just said. It's my left shoulder on the back of it. So I've obviously got some shit in my past that I've got regret about then, clearly.
Yeah. And the thing is, we all have past.
Yeah.
The question is, how long, how often we're going to hold on to it.
Right.
It's about clearing the path. It's about making, okay, it is the past. And that's when people come to me with a physical pain, and I tend to look deeper.
Let's look at the book here then, How to Change Your Life Fast When It Rains. It says here, a 7-step guide to rebuild your life when everything falls apart. Now, I know you have built up an award-winning business whilst also going through some really challenging times in your life. If you're happy to share, would you just take us back to that point and what exactly happened to you?
Oh, how long do we have? No.
About 60 more minutes.
Brilliant. It started with me with trying to be the perfect employee, the perfect mom, the perfect wife, the perfect everything for everyone else. Try to tick all the boxes except one.
You.
Exactly that.
Right, which is the common story for so many
Which
of
is
us.
the common story. And I see this over and over, and I'm sure you do as well. I've put myself last, and subsequently I've paid the price. The price was stress, again, that creeped on, pain, that was keep reoccurring and I neglected. Later, oh, I will just walk it off. Oh, it's probably just a little bit of stress.
Yeah.
Because I was pushing through, proving. How many people do you know like this?
Almost everybody.
Yeah. The price that I've paid is, it was a burnout, but that led to actual physical. Like I always said, if you don't stop, your body will make you stop.
Yeah.
So what happened to me, I didn't know I had an ulcer. The minute I find out, I was in intensive care. And it's not only that I had ulcer, it actually perforated. So I actually had a hole and everything was going into my internals.
Which is not good.
Which is not good. And I was only 29 and my son was only 1 year old at the time. So the whole wall collapsed, and I didn't know if I would make it. On that occasion, it took 4 operations, so 3 re-operations, because things were going from bad to worse. And it was tough.
So you literally almost died?
Yeah. I've actually had a near-death experience.
What happened then? So you've almost died. What did the doctors say?
They were surprised that I was still there the next day.
Oh my God, so they expected you to die?
They've expected me to die. In fact, on one occasion, because in total I had 7 operations, all abdominal. At one occasion, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning in the single room, which is not good. If you're in hospital in a single room and it's not a private hospital, you're not great. So I came around and I had my family around my bed saying their goodbyes.
Oh my God.
I was not happy about that. In fact, I told them all to fuck off.
Really?
True story.
So you're coming round and they're thinking this is you on your way out, and you wake up and tell them to fuck off.
Yeah. Because I was
Well, I bet they were pleased to hear that. Of all the times to tell them to fuck off, I think they might have accepted that one.
Well, they didn't want to go because all the machines, everything was telling them, I'm going. Yeah.
I'm just going to take a pause a minute because I need to tell you about literally one of my favourite people in the business space ever. Jo Simpson. A lot of you who listen to the show may already be aware of Jo, but you probably don't know just how incredible she is. Jo is the founder of JK Business Services and also the profitable CEO. Now, I just knew Jo as this really lovely person who is great at networking, connecting you to people and opening doors for other business owners. But she's also so much more than that. For over 24 years, Jo has been running a successful accountancy and bookkeeping practice, supporting ambitious business owners across the UK. Her specialist accounting team works primarily with online, retail, and service providers. So they truly understand how modern day entrepreneurs operate, including things like digital launches through to creating recurring revenue in your business. But Jo does not just focus on compliance. She helps business owners think like CEOs so that they can actually increase profitability, smooth out that cash flow, and have a business that actually pays them well. If you've ever wondered how much you should actually be earning in your business to fund the lifestyle that you want, cover all your taxes, and create sustainable profit, you're in luck, my friend, because Jo has actually created a completely free tool to help you work that out right now, this second, and it's really exciting to do it. Her target income calculator will show you exactly what your revenue needs to be right now to actually get that take-home income that you want. But more than that, when you download it today, you'll also receive her Profit First Manager tool, also completely for free. What that's going to help you do is create a smarter cash flow system right now. So head to the link below and enter the code SUCCESSCHOOL, all one word in uppercase, to go and download your free copy right now and start taking control of your numbers like a true CEO. You will not regret it, and either way, you just need to go and connect with Jo. She's blooming amazing and she will change your business and your life. So just go do it. Right, there we go. Back to the episode. So what happened? Like, how did you literally defy medicine almost?
I think there was something bigger. Bigger than me. Well, in fact, I know there was. But it was after the 3rd. It wasn't the final operation. It was actually the 3rd out of the 4 in that moment, in that time. Basically, I was so underweight that my heart was just giving up on anesthetic.
Oh my God, okay.
And I was on morphine and my breathing was just stopping. My heart was stopping. But when I came round, I was so angry. I was so angry that they gave up on me. Because since I was born, I was a little fighter. And I was not angry at the doctors or the nurses because that's the data they had. But I was angry with my family. Like, don't you know me?
I ain't done yet.
Like, come on, don't you know me?
Yeah.
So I literally told them to fuck off and come back visiting hours because I need my sleep.
Love that. Wow. So then what's the journey from that point? You've almost died.
Yeah.
By your own kind of words, it's almost because you were just pushing through and ignoring the signs, presumably, right?
Yes.
So at that point, what are the realizations and what is the process then, beyond that?
The main point for me, it was like the turning point, and I was still in the hospital. When I've actually faced myself, I faced my demons, and the penny dropped, and I've realized what happened and why it happened. And I remember just bursting into tears, like properties, like from deep inside of you, and apologizing to myself. And I made a promise that it will never, ever happen again.
And what were you apologizing for?
For neglecting myself, for not seeing myself, for putting myself last, like it didn't matter.
So then you make that promise, and how does that look like in reality? What were the changes you begin to make?
So the promise was made here, in my head, in my mind, in my spirit. My body at that time, it's so weak, I cannot even push myself onto bedpan.
Wow, okay.
I was fully handled by 4 people every day. And I've been told in hospital, now I've made it to the next day and the next day, I've been told I will never work again and I will probably need a wheelchair.
Oh my God. And sitting here today, that is not the case at all. So once again, everything that was supposed to be for you wasn't.
No. I did not buy that story because I knew at that point that there was more of me. There was more energy. There was that spirit. There was that fighter was back. It was awakened. I call it my dragon. If you read my book, you will know about the dragon. I did not accept that story. I can understand where they're coming from based on the data. I did not buy the story. I had special team coming to me and pushing a brochure with how to claim benefits because I will never work again. And I politely refused.
Was it politely? You didn't tell them to fuck off, did you?
Not the first time.
Oh.
So the first time they came, it was politely, no, thank you. The second time they came, it's not for me, thank you. The third time, the brochure went flying across the room.
Okay.
Don't bring that to me anymore. It's not my story.
Okay, nice. It is not my story. And there's a phrase that I know Tony Robbins says, which is the story is the glue that keeps you stuck.
Yes.
The story you tell yourself is the glue that keeps you stuck. If you want to tell yourself that is your story, then that is your story.
Correct.
You decided it wasn't, right?
I had my own story.
And let's talk about that then. What was that story? What was the conscious things you decided you were going to start doing?
First, I was so happy, privileged to be back, if you like, because I had a near-death experience. My son was 1 at the time. I know I came back because of him.
Yeah.
And I've asked for 7 years because I know it takes 7 years to really program a child script and the story for life. So I asked for 7 years. He's 16 and a half now.
Wow. Beautiful.
I've got twice as much and I'm ever so happy. And he's super intelligent and super cheeky and challenges me daily.
Wonder where he gets all that from.
Exactly. But my story was, I'm back. I'm not going to waste this time. So I've dedicated my life to build a business to help other people.
Yeah.
Through physical pain, mental pain, and guide them through it, because I know it can be so much better on the other side.
So give us some of the practical things then. So for example, in this book, what are some of the things you share that if somebody's listening right now and they're going, okay, I hear you, I am that person, I am neglecting myself, I'm putting myself last, and maybe I am feeling some physical pain and I know that, there's things that I'm avoiding. What are the steps? What can we do?
First, in this book, there is lots of clinical examples of what professional came and told me. So you will meet a lady who's a lawyer, high flyer, looking after family, looking after parents, not knowing that how much stress she's taking on and a burden. So we're going through the physical so people can see and resonate, and then we dissect into what it actually means.
Okay.
There is also a story of a very busy a businessman, again, who everything is honky-dory, but at the end of the day, he comes and he sits alone. Because business is all he knows. So he doesn't know how to be still or quiet. And that came with physical pain, shoulders, neck, collapsed posture. And his life is successful on the outside and shit on the inside.
Yeah.
So there's lots of examples. So every single person can resonate. And then I dissect and take people through. And little steps, I call it block by block.
Okay.
You can actually see, and we go through some movements, some things to think about where you are. Maybe it's you. Maybe that's what you do to yourself. And I can tell you a really cool little story that all the illustrations were made by my client.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Who, again, it was a lady who went through her story, and I helped her to succeed.
What are some of the things that you said there about some of the the mindset stuff, if you like the exercises there? What are some of the things we can do that can help from a mental health standpoint? I don't know whether it's like prompts you give us, or maybe there's things stories we're telling ourselves. If somebody's listening now, let's give them something they can do right now that can help.
I think the best thing would be if I would show it on you.
Oh, we're doing this already.
If you're happy.
Of course, I'm always happy. So this episode is a little bit different. Ivona said beforehand, rather than just have an interview, and I don't have a clue what's going to happen next, by the way, just to be clear. You said to me, let's actually do this assessment on me.
Yes. So for two reasons. One, people watching this, they can do it at home and see where they are.
Yeah.
And number two, I'm sure people would love to get to know you a little bit more.
I'm not sure that I want them to get to know me this much.
Secrets.
But bear with us. If you listen on audio, we've just got a bit of kerfuffling, shuffling going on. But we're going to actually stand for this. That's right, isn't it?
Yes.
And we're just going to move the mics. We're going to move the cameras. And then I'm going to scoot over to your end.
Yeah.
Just managed to get my right. I don't know what is going to happen here. But here we go. Right, I'm over at this end.
Now, rule number one. When I ask you to do something, please don't make it better than what it is.
This is what I always do. I like to over-deliver.
I know, but I want you to be you.
Okay.
That's the important bit is. And if you're watching this episode, please check yourself, because this is really good to know.
We're doing this together. We've got this. I don't know what she's going to do to us, but we're going to survive. We'll be all right. Right, go on. Put your spell on me.
Before we do this, I can tell you that watching someone's posture and how they move, I can tell you more about your business in 30 seconds than watching your Instagram for 30 days.
Oh, shit.
So if you are a business owner watching this, you should do this as well. Are you ready?
No, but I'm doing it anyway. I have to.
You don't have to be nervous.
No,
it's fine.
I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous in the slightest. Right, I'm ready.
Awesome. So all I want you to do is stand forward as you are.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Now, I want everyone to pay attention and don't move it, where are Matt's hands falling. Now, if you can see the palms, fingers, we can see them a little bit forward at the front of his thighs. Right. What does it mean? You're holding a lot of tension in your shoulders. You're taking a lot on, a little bit more than you would like. So life can be feels quite heavy, like you are under a lot of pressure from the top. Because why are we looking for? What are we looking for at the hands at the front? And this is easy to remember. When people are nicely relaxed and balanced, and what I'm saying, not just in the body, but also in the psyche, in the mind, the hands fall, and this is easy to remember. Sorry for the special signal, but the middle fingers, they fall on the side of the trousers. So if you would put your hands there, so middle finger to the side.
Like here?
Yeah, but stand nice and tall. Can you see the difference? So your chest would open up.
Rather than here.
Yes.
Yeah, you can feel that.
Yeah. But it's not just the shoulder. It's not about taking the shoulder back. What happened is we actually collapsed here. Because when life feels heavy, we collapse here. And then the head comes forward.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's not just about, and I can tell you workout, if I may. With a lot of guys, if you work a lot of chest, yes, mechanically, but a lot of the time it's actually your psyche. When we have a lot on, our body go, and the hands come forward. Some people, you might notice, they walk with the hands really forward. I call it the Lego hands. On the other hand, when they try to sell us the superhuman, like the models on the catwalk, they have to walk with the hand behind. Yeah. But that's going the
Doesn't
other
suit
way.
me that, yeah.
No.
Not a model.
You don't need to do that.
Thank you.
We need
Good.
to be in a nice, balanced way. So
is this about consciously now, I need to be thinking about that? Or is it something else?
So there's two things. Mechanically, you can think about it and lift from here. Lift from your breastbone up. And then the diaphragm's open. So we're actually standing taller, we can breathe better. So that's mechanically. On the other hand, when you're happy, how do you stand when you're happy? Exactly. You open your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything falls into place when we're happy.
Yeah. I did that right, didn't I? I didn't overdo
did.
it.
No, that was
just
perfect.
just checking.
So when you're actually happy in your head, the body automatically opens.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we have nothing to hide. We're like, yes, bring it on.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Okay.
And you can tell, watching people on the street, you can tell if they're happy, sad.
Yeah, it's
Or
so
otherwise.
true. Like, without even hearing somebody speak, their
Yes.
aura, their posture, it does tell us a lot about somebody.
Yes.
So mine is telling you that I'm knackered and I'm overworked. Is that what you're getting?
In places.
Brilliant.
In places.
Great.
But then, now you know you can do something about it.
Of course,
And that's
yeah.
the secret.
Yeah.
And how many people watching it, you actually find that your hands are falling at the front of your body. Now, are we ready for your best butt cheek?
Is this pants on or off?
You decide.
Right, I'll keep them on. Right. Am I going backwards now? This
Yeah,
way?
perfect.
Are you actually going to be examining my bum?
Just visually.
That'll do. Okay. Right.
Awesome. So, Matt, if you can, stand on one leg, whichever one you choose.
Yeah.
Lovely. And now, can you swap?
Yeah.
Ooh, very good. Stand on both. Brilliant. So, you know, we've mentioned your left side. Your left side is a little bit more wobbly.
I really felt that.
Yeah.
I really felt the difference. The
Yeah.
left was wobbly.
It was more wobbly.
Yeah, what about my bum cheek? Was that more wobbly? Just the leg?
I did not see a wobbly butt cheek. I
Okay.
think you have a really good composition there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Just checking.
I'm a therapist, so I can be, very specific. Very good gluteal composition.
That's the one. Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
perfect. However, a little bit wobbly on the left side. Now, for people watching, if you want to assess yourself, what we're looking for, and actually you've done very well, I have to say, other than a little bit of wobble with your balance. What we're looking, can you go back on one leg, whichever one? what we're looking for is the butt cheeks actually collapsing on one side. Could you collapse the bum on one side?
How do you collapse your bum?
Like, it just goes down. Yeah.
Like out?
Yeah. So that's when there is lack of balance, the bum would collapse. It's fine with you. You can stand up tall. Awesome. When you go on one leg, is the leg up trying to touch the standing leg, the balancing leg? And in your case, it didn't, which is great. That means you have a good balance on both sides, although there was a little bit of wobble. And we talk about your left side is a little bit more temperamental. Mm-hmm. It just shows the story because it shows in your left shoulder, it goes into your stability. And our pelvis is our stability. So we have to look into your past, Matt.
Is that what's next? Oh, God.
Was that helpful?
I mean, it's interesting. What I would say is, one thing from about, I think I was about 17, and I noticed my left shoulder higher than the right shoulder. And it has been ever since. Is that something I can fix, or am I stuck with it? Because that's the side that I have the pain, like a recurring pain is on the left-hand side.
Do you mind turning your back to me? A step forward, just a little one. Right, I'm touching my spine now. Can you relax your hands?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So basically, if you stand back so everybody can see you.
This way?
Yep, because now I've seen. If you look at Matt's right side, the gap between his side to the arms, it's smaller on the right. So you basically collapse here on your right side a little bit. That's why there is an imbalance with your shoulders. Again, that could be stress from your childhood. That could be something that happened when you were 3-year-old, 4-year-old, and it just locked in. This is something we could work through on postural, so mechanical, functional way, but also with the mindset. Because even if we, let's say, move it, stretch it, if we don't fix what's actually inside causing it, it will come back. Mm-hmm. And that's why when you have those pains that keep coming back, you know, people come to me, it's like, I've done yoga, I've done swimming, I've done this, and it's keep coming back. That's why, because we need to look at the root cause, not just at the side effect. So if you look at me now, and you don't have to tell me, but if you were to guess, how old were you when this side becomes painful or tight?
Mm-hmm.
How old would you be?
Probably 16, 17, I think.
Okay. How about younger?
I don't think it was there then.
I'm muscle testing Matt at the minute. It's intense. You were about 6. I will leave it with you. The penny might drop at some point, but there was something that happened around 5, 6. It could be I can read a little bit of fear. So something made you jump, something, and it locked in. Let's come back to our interview.
So we all know that everybody is talking about AI right now, and we all know it's not going anywhere anytime soon. In fact, it's very much here to stay, not just in our lives, but importantly in our businesses. But if you're anything like me, you might just be feeling a little bit overwhelmed with it all, not really knowing what you need to be focusing on, what you need to do, or who to trust to give you the right advice. Well, do not worry, my friend, because I have a very good friend. If you're a regular listener to this show, you'll know she's already been on this podcast. She's been speaking in our membership, and she has been helping us develop our AI tools in Success School. The one, the only, the incredible Rebecca Whitney. Now, from my experience, when you see most courses around AI, they just move really fast, they use really complicated jargon, and it's taught in a way that feels like you already have to be an expert just to know what they're talking about. Rebecca Whitney is the complete opposite. And that is why I highly recommend her AI to Scale Accelerator. She doesn't use the complicated jargon, it's easy to follow, it's broken down step by step, and it will help you understand how to utilize AI in your business in a way that enables you to be able to truly scale. Now, if you're already a member of our Success School membership, you may just be familiar with a very fun, amazing chatbot called Matbot, my very own AI chatbot that we have. Now, we have been getting incredible feedback from people who have been talking to Matbot. For those who are not familiar, it's basically taken all my information, everything I teach, all my masterclasses, all my podcasts, and also my yet to be released full book that I've written. It has all this knowledge, and people have access to chat with the AI version of me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you've got that idea at midnight or 1 a.m. and I'm in bed asleep, which hopefully I will be, you can still get access to the kind of guidance that I might give you. It's been really successful, basically. People rave about Matbot, and Rebecca is the brains behind creating Matbot. In her AI Accelerator, she will teach you exactly how she creates those kinds of things and how you could do the same for your business too. So basically, if you want to now finally grab hold of AI and truly understand how to use it, Rebecca and her team will teach you the systems that you truly need to know. And what is really lovely is because you are a friend of ours and a listener of this show, she is giving you the first 30 days into this accelerator completely for free. You know what you need to do? Head to the show notes below this episode right now, click that link, sign up, and start mastering AI today.
I mean, the thing that comes to mind is I have just, as far as I remember, always been wanting to achieve, always being competitive, always putting pressure on myself, which I think so many of us do. I don't think it came from anybody, but as I was sort of reflecting the things that you've spoken about, and yeah, and I know I was 15 when I lost a family member really close to me. I know that was a big thing. And yeah, I think there was always a pressure on me, and then that was kind of a life event that was really tough for me. But I'm interested when what happened then? Like when you're able to pinpoint being 6, because there's nothing that I know in my own mind like that comes to mind.
Yeah.
How were you able to see that I was about 6?
It's muscle testing, it's intuition, it's working with people, it's reading, it's when I look into people's eyes, I can just see, I can just go, it's almost, because everything that happened is recorded into our subconscious. And it's accessing that. And like when it's that wobble and things, this is not mechanical. This is somewhere, that's what I'm getting, that's what I'm reading, that is somewhere that you felt unsafe. And it could be even through play, but it could be someone's dog even. It could be something, it might not be that somebody done something bad to you, but it just made you jump. But badly enough, so it locked in.
Yeah. So I think the value here for us all is the next steps for me. So let's say, based on what you've just assessed there, what would you be saying I need to be doing? You said there's 2 ways. There's the mindset piece.
Yeah.
And then there's physically. Yeah. What specifically would I need to do next to be able to start fixing this? So let's go, if we go mindset first, for example.
Oh, I would start, because you are a guy,
yeah,
I would start physically.
Oh, okay.
Simply because men don't like to talk. Men don't open up easily.
I'm a bit different though. I've got a world record in talking. I love to chat. But let's go with it.
But I don't think you love to chat, but not going deep into yourself. That's very different.
Sometimes, maybe.
Sometimes, when you feel safe.
But I appreciate, for a lot of guys, generally we don't talk.
Yeah.
And that is fair.
So that I will start with a physical.
Okay.
So that I usually start with like mobility, and while we have a bit of fun moving the body, I'm actually assessing what's moving, what's not, what they talk about, how they talk about the tone and the movement, and putting it all together. So based on that, then we build a program, and it usually consists of, let's say if we would do it one-to-one, it would consist of movement and mindset at the same time. If we do it online, then I will make you do things and talk you through it. But it's just going deeper and deeper and unravel it, a little bit like onion.
The layers.
The layers. It's all about the layers. And the thing is, the layers that we don't even know.
So give me some of those layers. How would we start to work through this? So what I'm thinking is, let's say somebody's listening right now. Maybe they're not in a position yet to reach out and actually physically work with you.
Yeah.
What could they be doing on their own without having your extra support? What are some tips you can give them?
The easiest tip, I would say, spend literally 5 minutes just sitting in quiet and breathing. Just actually check in, am I breathing?
Even just you say that, immediately I start to take a deeper breath. I start to become more aware of the breath. I start to feel differently.
Yeah. And I hear you, Matt, because a lot of people think, what could I be doing? Because we said, what else I can do? What else I can do?
Because that's what we're used to, right? We're so
Yes.
programmed to keep doing.
Yes.
So the first step is actually
To
pause.
stop doing. It's actually to stop and pause. And actually check, are you breathing and your shoulders are coming up? Or can you actually breathe so your belly's coming out?
Nice. So we pause,
We pause.
we breathe. What else can somebody do next?
You would be surprised how many people cannot stand 5 minutes of quiet.
Oh, I struggle. Oh, it's difficult. So that's the task.
That's the task. And if you can start with 30 seconds, a minute, start with that.
And then build.
And then build on it.
So you're thinking like this needs to be like a daily practice or a couple of times a week? How often?
I would say daily. And when the life is busy, twice a day, 3 times a day.
Wow.
Every time you feel like, we're running on adrenaline, we just like holding on to everything, just pause. Regulating your nervous system. Give your nervous system the time to calm down rather than just keep adding.
That can be really tough though, can't it? When people feel like maybe it's an important time in their business, they're under pressure. Maybe some people, they're juggling business, life, relationships, being a parent. And it can feel like even though you say it's just a couple of minutes, 30 seconds or whatever, it's the reminding themselves to do it and creating space for it, and especially if they've got to do it multiple times a day.
Yeah.
How can they start to feel that this is actually not something that's overwhelming and something else to add on? Because even though you're saying it's about pausing, it's still, that's another thing they've got to tick off that day that they've got to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I hear you. A lot of people say, I have no time.
Right.
Really? How much time do we actually spend scrolling?
You got me.
And we have no time? Check your report from your time.
Social media.
Social media time, yeah?
Right.
Report.
Yeah.
And to remember that if you don't stop consciously, your body will stop you.
Do you think people still wear burnout like a badge of honor?
Yeah. Somewhere along the line, we've been trained that if we work really hard, to look successful, we have to work really hard.
Yeah.
And almost like, how many people, I'm so busy, I'm just running, I'm doing this. Like, how does become the norm? When actually the burnout is the sign that you're neglecting the most important asset of your business, of your life, and it's your health.
Yeah. So it's almost reframing it, and it's almost recognizing that actually it's something that I say to people a lot is rest is success. People think success is being busy, having a diary full. Yeah. People think it's making loads of money, but actually to do any of that stuff first and foremost, to your point, we have to know that resting, pausing, taking time for ourselves is what makes us more effective, more efficient. It's also, for me, I find the better ideas for my business come as a result of pausing. When I have that space to think, right? And like, like one time I remember, it was January 2015. Now, I started my business in 2010, so 5 years into my business. And I'd basically had 5 years of just go, go, go. I actually had a story that I told myself, which was, I can't have a week off because in that week, my competitors will be working and they'll be ahead of me. That's literally what I thought. Bearing in mind, I was 19 when I started this business. Yeah. And I probably was somewhere close to burnout. I remember most of my 20s just constantly feeling tired. I often felt like ill, like a bit sick, and just constantly felt tired. And then it got to a point where I was like, enough is enough. I'm taking a break. And I think I booked 2 weeks holiday in Mexico. And it's actually as a result of going there that I then had my best year in business the following year. And it's also, this is back in January 2015 when I first discovered what a podcast is. And I had the space and the time to pause, sit on a beach and actually listen to a podcast. Amazing. And the idea was born for this.
Wow.
The first time I decided to actually pause, to stop, all these ideas came and I had my best year at the time that I'd had in business. And I think that is why I now say rest is success.
Yes.
Because it's an integral part of being successful, is pausing, is resting, is sleeping, those kind of things, right? But I think that's really hard for somebody that's maybe earlier on in the business and they've not made the money they want to make and they're not getting the clients they want to get. So I think if I was at that stage hearing this, I'd be like, that's almost like for the privileged people who've already made the money. Like it's okay for them to pause, to rest. I don't have that privilege. What would you say to them? Like, how can they take that on board?
Do you want me to be absolutely honest?
I'd love you to be.
If people have shit posture, they will have a shit business.
Oh, shit.
Exactly. If your energy is low, you will not have a vibrant business. If people are running on stress and adrenaline, we are in survival mode. The decision you make are not the right decisions. And just like we've tried, and when you're happy and when you feel good and you're standing better, you breathe better. But more importantly, when you're in that space, we have a different, I call it super juice going to our brain.
Oh, wow.
Biomechanics actually going to the brain. So we make better decisions and we are more creative. So when you feel like, I don't know what to do, I'm really pushing and I get nowhere, just rest. Just drop everything and rest. Go for a walk, go for a swim, whatever works for you. Regulate your nervous system and then feel the creativity coming on its own.
This is something I think when you're going through some really stressful times in business, maybe you've had a difficult phone call or, you're having issues with a client or something like that. I think the assumption is we've got to deal with it there and then. We've got to handle it. We've got to, and what you're saying is actually it's the pause, it's the rest that makes you handle it better. And even, I do have examples where I can think even just a 15-minute walk, get out the office, get in fresh air, move your body, get some endorphins going, give yourself time to process, to think. We're more likely to come back more rational, right? With a little bit of a better response than if we were just being reactive in the moment. Totally
correct. And like I said, it's all, I'm all about, when you have movement, you have the super juice flowing.
I want some more super juice. I'm listening to this.
I just need to tell you about an absolutely flipping awesome person right now. Chantel Carter is a rapid transformational therapist. She's also a psychology graduate and she's a subconscious programming specialist. Now that's a mouthful, but basically it means she's very, very qualified and can help you. I've had the privilege of working with Chantel over this last year, and when we talk about people who lead with integrity and genuinely care about getting results for people, Chantel is the real deal. Chantel specializes in helping high-achieving female entrepreneurs actually get results. If you're the sort of person who knows you need to get more visible, but you procrastinate, you fear judgment, there's all these kind of mindset blocks, Chantel is the solution for you. For so many of us, we focus on getting the strategy, but the strategy will only work if we work on the inner work and do the mindset stuff. And basically, that is exactly what Chantel helps you do. Chantel is very unique in the way that she works because she blends RTT, neuroscience, and also practical nervous system regulation to help you overcome things like imposter syndrome, self-limiting beliefs, self-doubt, all that kind of stuff that holds us back. She will help you work through that so that you can actually move to that next level and start getting solid, consistent results. The key thing that Chantel does is she does the deep identity transformational work, which means that clients report leaving working with her feeling calmer, clearer, more decisive, and able to truly own the business that they want to own. If you're ready to stop just doing the surface level stuff and managing the symptoms and get to the root of what you need to do to truly move forward, Chantel, very simply, is the person you need to get in touch with. Go to the show notes right now. You'll find the links that you need for more information. Get in Chantel's world and allow her to truly help you. Now, let's get back to the conversation.
So what I want to do for this next section is we're going to do something different. We're going to do some quick fire-ish questions. And the reason I'm going to say ish is because I would love you to give a bit more than just a one-word answer, right? So these are, I mean, they're supposed to be rapid fire, but we can go slow rapid, right? Okay, so there's 6 questions. The first one is, what is most important, sleep or movement?
Initially, I want to say movement, but we need the rest. Again, if we're talking about busy people, sleep.
Got it.
Sleep, because we're on the move all the time.
Yeah, right.
On the other hand, we might have a group of people that like to sleep a lot.
Okay. They need to move.
And they need to move.
Okay.
So it
depends.
But if you are the busy bee, if you are the business owner, sleep.
Okay. Love it. Next one. What's most important, stretching or lifting weights? I feel like I've given you a really difficult question.
Really difficult question.
She just wants to say both.
Yeah, because
every time.
I want to say both. I would say lifting.
Oh, okay.
However, we want to strong muscles.
Yeah.
Because we need them for health.
Yeah.
But we need them long.
So both.
So both.
Yeah, okay. Next one. Weights or cardio?
Weights.
Really?
Yes.
Is more important than cardiovascular
Yes.
health. Why?
Because strong muscles give us strong bones. Those are living tissues. Bones are living tissues. They're responsible for the blood production, iron, hormones. So it's more important than cardio itself. But we need to do both. However, if you do weightlifting with a bit of input, you will get both anyway.
Okay, because technically you're still moving, you're still going to get a bit of a sweat. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Okay, next one. A gym workout for, say, an hour or a 5-minute movement session?
5 minutes movement.
Wow, more than an hour?
More than an hour,
Just 5 minutes?
Just 5 minutes every day, because consistency always beats the intensity.
But what if I could do an hour every day? Would that be better, or still 5 minutes? Or would it be too much?
Depends what your goal is.
Okay.
What you want out of it. And also you have to remember, where is your rest time?
Because your body needs to recover again.
Because your body needs to recover.
Yeah. Final one. What is one thing that every business owner should stop doing?
Stop putting yourself last. Stop putting your health for later, for when you have money, for when you have time, for when you made it. Your body, your health is your best business asset. Without your body, you can do shit. Nothing. You can't.
So true.
I've been in that situation.
Yeah.
I've been in nil by mouth for a month. You can do nothing.
Vanna, this has been amazing. This has been scary at times. I'm not going to lie. It's been different. But I just want to commend you, like the work that you've done, and that the work you continue to do is so necessary and so important. And I do just want to really highlight what you're saying there, because I think for so many people that probably listen to this show, you know, we do just constantly feel like we've got to do stuff.
Yeah.
And hopefully this is one of those important reminders. And I'll say reminder because we all know it deep down. We all know that we should be resting. We should pause. We can't just run on going all the time. But I hope it has been that reminder that people need. More importantly, I hope it's the reminder they're going to take forward after listening to this episode. Before we finish, I've got some of the life questions that I ask all podcast guests when they come on this show. So, first question is, what is some life advice that is the best advice you have heard and that you live by, and why?
Again, put yourself at the top of your to-do list, your priority list.
Because people feel like it's selfish to do that, don't they? Especially parents, I think.
Yeah.
But it's almost, what you're saying is it's selfish not to do that, because you're showing up as a less version of yourself when you're exhausted, when you're tired, when you're putting yourself last, and especially if you get ill, like you've discussed, right?
My question is, would you want to do business with someone who's lacking energy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, would you want to pay money to somebody and invest in somebody who's not...
Or collaborate with someone who's lacking of that consistency and energy and looking after themselves? If they cannot look after themselves, how can they look after anything else?
Mm. Okay, flip side.
Yeah.
What is some of the worst advice you've been given, either in life or business or both? It might have been something that was well-meaning, but you from experience go, that's rubbish.
Oh, just walk it off. It will be fine, just walking off. Oh, don't worry, it will be fine. No, don't neglect your health.
Mm.
Just catch it at the very beginning. Catch it when it's little, so it never becomes the big problem.
Nice. Yeah.
Because it's easy to treat things at the beginning.
Mm.
It's easy. It's like brushing your teeth. It takes 2 minutes every day. Try not to do it for 2 weeks, a month. You're asking for trouble. So catch it. Always check with yourself.
Nice. Okay, next question, if you're happy to share. When we listen to shows like this, we'll quite often be like listening to an expert, somebody that's achieved success. And I think it's really important to always remember that we're still human. We're still on our own journey. We still go through challenges, difficult times. So the question is, what is something that you're finding challenging in your life right now? And how are you working on overcoming it?
Oh, my biggest thing at the minute is saying no. Because I am a people person. Mm-hmm. I'm in a therapy setting. I want to help everyone, but I have to recognize that I can't be there for everyone. And in the past, I would say yes to where actually I should say no. And today I'm learning those boundaries, and it becomes better and better and better. But you're saying no more often when it feels like it's the right decision.
How are you learning that? Like, what's the guidelines you're giving yourself?
Mainly by mistake, Matt.
Okay.
Mainly by...
Story of my life.
A story, yeah. Doing something, it's like, oh, look, I've done this again, and actually now I don't feel good about it. So next time...
learning that lesson to say no next time, right?
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nice. Iwona, if people haven't heard of you before and they want to connect with you, how can they reach out? How can they connect? Where can they follow you?
I won't say by my name, but as you know, it's not an easy spelling. So if we could have it in print on the episode, but yeah, it's iwonamichalska.com.
Yep.
Or TRTrehab.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the book on Amazon, and if you really want to find out more, get the book. It will guide you bit by bit, so you can recognize where you are in the journey.
I love it. And this is How to Change Your Life Fast When It Rains. I absolutely love that title. It's absolutely brilliant. Iwona, thank you for all the work that you do. Thank you for assessing me today and exposing me in front of my viewers. I appreciate you. But seriously, this has been great. And the final question that I ask all guests is, Iwona, what is your personal definition of success?
good health. Because if my body is in a top condition, I can do anything and everything I want with a smile on my face and take pictures.
Yeah.
Good health. Because I've lost it once. I know that if I'm in good health, physically, mentally, I'm unstoppable.
Beautiful. Iwona, thank you.
Pleasure.